Okay, guys, so I was sorry. I just made the mistake over here. This was just a hex number, and we just converted into decimal, and the decimal number was this one, right? It was not leading with the zeros. So once we get this decimal number, I'll just put that decimal number over here again, and I'll just save this file, and I'll try to run it again on my command prompt, and basically now it should work fine. So still it says there is some issue with this, so I'll just try to figure out what's the issue. Till that time I'll just pause the video again. Okay guys, so we were just making a big sort of mistake over here, so I would just like to address you to kindly don't make such mistakes. See, we want to just pin this from this step, right? So once you'll go over here, then just kindly, I'll just print it again, so I'll just do it from just by unpinning it and doing it all again. So I'll just start the Brave browser, and I'll just go to this Google page, and I'll just see the handle over here. I'll just copy this thing, I'll go back, and I'll just go over here. I'll just say this is the number which I want to convert it for me. Here we get the decimal number of it. I'll just copy this decimal number, and I'll just paste it over here, and then this should saving it, and this should run fine, hopefully. Yes, it ran pretty well. And now just if we'll see, you can see that this brave is pink. Like if I, let's say I'm just changing my color to 04, let's say, then you can see that still. And if I'll be just maximizing this also, still my this browser will be pinged over here. So you can see this is how basically it works, right? Basically, just firstly, I'm again repeating my steps. Firstly, just go to the tab which you want to pin, then you have to go to your win lister, then you have to just double click on the thing which you want the handle information of, then you have to just copy it, then change this hexadecimal value to the decimal value, and after getting the decimal value you have to just you just replace this whole function which it is where the handle it is returning by the number which you want, and then after the number you get, you have to just save the program, and the screen which you want to pin will be pinned. Fine, so this was the thing with the browser. But as I said, what was you know what I wanted was basically to pin this one note, right? So for one note, it was I would not say it was tough, but as I just did it by the task list utility, it was tough for me. But after browsing of 1 hour, I just got this one listed, and it was pretty easy with it. So with task utility, it is more of the console thing, so you'll have to figure out the thing what you don't get, and it is a bit sort of tough task to find out how and what class name and what image name it is using. But with this WinLister, it is pretty straightforward, and you get exactly what you want, right? So for our case, we can see that our program is basically, it says that DBMS and OneNote for Windows. So I can not find here exactly the same title of mine, but I can see it is saying that something which is Windows, OneNote for Windows, and if I'll check it again, new, it says like, you can see that. Now see why I just taught you how to basically browse the thing in the from and how to, basically the fetch the exact title of your process going on. So this is because of this. Like, if again I'm showing you that if you hover over it, it says DBMS hyphen OneNote for Windows 10. But if you will just check in here in this WinLister, it says DBMS question mark hyphen one not for Windows 10. So I mean this is how the title are being deferred to. So to to click on a safer side, just first browse it on your with your this taskless utility along with the verbosity mode, and fetch out the correct title name, and the window name with basically what you say it, the window name, and just match it with the title in your win lister. And then once it is matched, then currently done, you can just copy the title, change the I'm sorry, copy the handle, and change the handle and to the decimal, and then you can just replace it and get the desired result. This is how you do it. And the thing which I just shown you, it was because there can be multiple OneNote applications open, and it then at that point in time it would have been difficult to say which one was correct and which one was not, because we had each process, there are multiple process which are running on when we don't know what exact thing we want. So basically we have to rely on the PIDs and this sort of handlers thing, this sort of window title, specific sort of the window titles and sort of things, right? So you get what I say. So finally we will be doing, and we are urge of getting to our final result. We are just copying this handle. We are leading to our website. Okay, I just closed Brave browser. Okay, fine, that's fine. And I'll be going over here, just pasting it over here. Convert for me. Here we are up with our decimal value, and we just replacing this decimal value, and we'll be saving this file. And then I'll again going over here, and I'll make sure that this is open for now, and I'll just close this again, and I'll say Python thing. I'll open it all again, and now if you see, okay, it did not work well. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just open this and over here and just try it all again. And firstly say CLS. Okay, now it is done. I can see, yes, now it is done. Correct. No, sometimes this sort of problems occur, but that's fine. I mean, that's how life is. It works sometimes, it does not work sometimes, but you have to just keep on trying till it works. Okay, guys, cool. So this was pretty much it. Like the application which do not work. This was a bit lengthy process to do what you want, but see, honestly, I'm pursuing my computer engineering, and the thing which don't work, and people say it won't work. I firstly try each and every possible ways that, and I tried by myself. And once I'm satisfied that yes, now it won't work, and it is my, I mean, even if my efforts are vain, trying it all out, but I try to my level best that the things work. So, and at the last point when I just try to give up, at that point in time only I say like, Chit, you tried your best, and now if you just don't want to do that, you can give up. But like I'll always try my best to do what I want. So I mean this was pretty much it for this application which I wanted to take note from, and not only from my notepad thing. So this is how basically it works. And if you want to see that what exactly this function does, so we'll discuss it also. So I'll just go over here, and as you can see it is also pinned, so I'll be clicking on anything, but still it will be saying the same. Okay, cool. So I'll be just finding it all. I'll be just making it over here. I'll be just okay, it still just copied that our handle. Okay, we want this function. I'll just copy this function's name. I'll just paste it all over here, and here's the link for that function. I'll just click on that link, and here you go with what this function exactly does is. So basically, it expects the insert after something called insert after. I'm not sure what does that mean, but from our function we are pretty sure. Just a second. From our function we are pretty sure that firstly we just have to pass the handle ID. You can I'll just say it as handle ID, and along with that how you want this window, right? So here there are some sort of flag kind of things, like you can see that first says that hwnd underscore bottom, then it says that the places the window at the bottom of the thread order if the window parameter identifies a top window, then the window loses its topmost status and it is placed at the bottom of all the windows, right? So this also can be done. So if you just want to try, let's try with this. I'll just copy this thing, and we're trying with this constant. Basically, see, you can check that this is a constant which is in the package win32 con, right? So I guess why it might be called con, because con means short form for constant or something like that. But yes, this is what I thought. I'm just uh, saving this file, and I'll be going back to my command prompt, and if I'll just run this program all again, you can see now if I'll be clicking, it has done nothing, I guess. So far so good, it has not changed anything. But I mean, you can just run this all again if it works. I don't think it is working for now, because I guess once we have just filtered that to the topmost frame, then we might have to just cancel it all up, and then if we'll do like we have done like this, then let's say let's do one thing. First, let's clear our console. We are just minimizing this thing, and we are just keeping this browser up on this, and then the first test position it is our console, right? So now let's say I'm running our Python script. It says there's some error. First clear all the screen. Why this? I'm just rerunning my command prompt again because it was showing some sort of error. Just go to my destination path. Let's say Python, the file name of mine. It says something is invalid. Okay. Okay, fine. Yes. So once we just close that, so our handle will be changed. Of course, I forgot that thing again. So we'll have to do that all again. So here you can see our handle is this. Copying that, and I'm going to this website, be pasting that hex code. I'll be converting it, and this is our new decimal number, basically handle ID. I'll be replacing it by the new handle ID, be saving it all, and now I'll be moving to my. Now before that, what I want is I want you to see that how this thing is working. When I mean I have not tried the other option as I said, but let's try it all out. And now what we can see is, like, yes, now it is working fine. You can see that this window is now not currently pinned, and if you will just see and if you will click to everything, it goes to the bottom of that thing, right? So this is how it basically works, this function. Like pretty much works that how that normal window is doing. Like if I'll just click to this window, it will be on the top, and then if I'll click to this window, it will be on the top, and this is how basically it works, I guess. So this function was pretty default, I guess. Going towards the next function, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm saying function, it is constant. Going to the next constant, it says that uh, places the window above all the non-top windows, and that is behind all the top windows. So this flag has no effect if the window is already non-top window. Okay, so I want you to check this also out. So firstly, I'll again close this to nullify all the changes we made to that. I'll open that again. Again see that what is the handler ID. I'll just copy that handler ID all again. I'll convert it to the decimal. I'll get the decimal number, replace it with our code, and just save it. And hopefully, I'll just see the changes. Let's hope for the best. And now you can see that we are on the top. I'll place it all again. I'll go over here, I'll go over here, but still it will be next. Now let's do one thing and let's see the exact changes. Like I'll go to my this Google thing and I'll just pin this, like I'll make this to the topest position over here, right? So I'll go over here, I'll say okay to this, I'll say Google Brave, I'll just copy the handler ID from here. So it says it is this. I'll say okay, fine with that. Go over here, say this, I'll say convert. I'll copy this name and I'll copy this decimal number, replace it with this, and I'll also replace one more thing, which I'll also show you, that handler topmost, like this what we were doing with, with the previous codes. Well, basically what it says is it places the window above all non-top windows, and the window maintains its topmost position even when it is deactivated, right? So this is how it works, and this says that places the window at the top of the side order. Okay, fine. So let's just just make this thing to this and the topmost. Just copy this constant, replace it with this bottom constant over here. Save this thing. Okay, so for that previous thing we have just not replaced, so it was not changing the things. Fine, we'll do that all again. But for now, let's just change this browser to the topmost position. Okay, so we have just done this, we have saved it, and now I'll just do this thing. And yes, it is now pinned. You can see it. Like if let's say I'll just change my color, color, color to 02, then it will be changed, and I'll be just maximizing this, just typing any sort of replace thing, still it will be on here or here itself, right? So you can see that it is pinned, right? Now what we wanted was to just pin this this basically this one node behind this pinned browser. So for that, what I guess we'll be doing is firstly we'll be closing to nullify all the changes we made, then we'll be going to our this lister thing, when lister thing, just dragging this over here a little for a bit of time. I'll be again going over here, I'll be seeing the handle, be copying that handle, say okay, and converting that to decimal, convert. I'll just copy the converted decimal and just changing it with our code, from our code, saving that, and finally running our Python. Now if you'll see that it will be behind everything, and even if now I just change my color, I'm just able to type it all along with it, and you can see that behind the browser it is just this one node file. So let's say if I open this and if I'll be typing on this, you can see that that window is getting behind of my command prompt also. But talking about this one node, it will be always be behind this on the topmost thing, right? So it will be the second topmost window, you can say. So this is the beauty of this constant, which you can basically use. So let's say if you want to do one thing like browse from here and just copy from here and work on background with any sort of the things like and whatever you want to do, I find it very useful. Okay, so make going on to this last thing, which it is saying that it places the window at the top of the third order. So let's just use this for our this notepad file which we just opened, which currently says it is unnamed, sorry, untitled. And see, so here I would like to reference you to this sort. I'm sorry, to this sort of the untitled files which are basically unnamed. Again, sorry for the same. But if you'll just go to your win lister, for now I'll be just dragging this over here and be saving this stuff. So I can see here it is untitled notepad, and the handle ID for it is this thing. Say okay, I'll go to my decimal, hexadecimal to decimal, pasting it, converting it, and copying the decimal number from here, replacing it with our code. Just a second. Yes, and replacing it with our code, and along with that just changing the constant to top from the topmost, right, and just saving that, and finally just running the code. So what do you think, what will be the output? It will be on the topest most position for me. Let's see. If I'll just open this and open this and then open this, and if I'll be typing something, so I guess not sure what happened. Let's say I'll be going to this, this, then this. So even if I'll be going to this, I would just like to see how the windows are getting placed. Going to this, going to this, going to this, going to this. Okay, so I don't know what exactly this top constant is doing. It says in the documentation, if we refer, it says that oh, I'm sorry. It says that places the window at the top of the Z order. Okay, firstly, for for saying this, I'll just have to see what the Z order is, and once I just say this, I'll make sure that if I if I understand it properly, I'll be making the video for the same also for understanding what accelerator is. But for now, I don't know what is the significance of this two constants, and how it is because I can see that it is pretty much normal thing, right? If I just press on this window, it goes behind that. If I just press on this window, it goes all behind that, and this is how the simple windows work. But we know the changes we made with are these two windows, right? Like if I'll be pressing on this, even if I'll be pressing on this top, this is the topmost, and this is the top after that, after the topmost window, right? So these two windows, you can see the significance of that, and how basically you can uh, achieve this sort of functionality by just changing the code and the constants of that. So I guess that was pretty much it for whole explanation, and quite deep, detailed code explanation, to be more precise, because I love to share what I learn. And if you guys are still watching this, I know it is pretty long video, but by just saying this, you can understand how exactly the things are getting worked on behind the scenes, right? And what are the significance of those sort of constants or sort of handlers, and understanding the things in a more precise way. And basically, one more thing which was left was this sort. What are these numbers? So these are basically the dimensions which you can give from the beforehand thing. And here, at last, there is some sort of flag which you have to pass. And this I am saying by looking onto the documentation of this. So if I show you, go to this, and you can see that at last it expects some sort of flag, and after that it expresses x and y position, and then it is saying that it is c x and y, something like that. So let's say if we just change this thing to 500, and this to 400, this to 300 and this to 200 maybe. We just saving that, and for now I'm just removing this handler thing because now I just don't I mean I don't have any energy of now seeing the PID and changing it and doing all that stuff. I'll just pass notepad for now, which will just check for the default notepad, and to reflect the changes I'll just make this the topmost, top most, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is the same. I'll be just checking, getting the handle for the notepad and just making it to the topest most, right, as I'm just passing it by the class name. So this is my notepad file, and once I just run this code, it will be on the top of the everything. So here I am just running my file. It says there is some sort of the unexpected indent error. Okay, yes, I got that. Again saving that and be doing that, so you can see. So this is at the topest most position, and you can do anything from here and it won't be changed. So like this, you can do multiple changes like this. You can do like this, you can do like this, you can do like this, you can do like again photos. Like multiple window popped up and pinned up here and do something like this, right? It's pretty much useful. Okay, so as you can see that it came with this sort of size, right? So let's say if I'm just changing the length from this 500 to 600, let's see what changes are getting reflected. I'll be again closing this. um, Fine, I don't want to save, and I'll be just opening some sort of saved file. Let's say I just have some sort of text.txt. Okay, I'll be having this text.txt. Fine, I'm having that. Code will be same, and this for now, this file is just behind this. I'm just opening this file, and I'll be just clicking on this, and this, it will be all behind, right? So let's say I'm running our Python file again, and you can see the changes have been reflected in the x direction. The width is getting increased by this, and if I'll just change over here and make it 700 and just save it, you would see that the changes would be reflected on the y direction. And if I'll just do that all again, you can see that okay, to this it have not been reflected. So for that I'll be just reopening the test file again, and just doing it all again. And this, I guess this was because it was going down, and then it was just trying to make that size long. So I guess that was the problem with that. So I guess by changing these two values, it would work fine. So let's say I'm just giving this 200 and I'm just giving this 100. I'll be saving this. I guess this will be changing the position at where this file is opening. So let's just do that all again. Yes, so that was pretty quick. And I guess this is changing also the thing called this length and breadth. So let's say I'm just changing this to 500. I'll be seeing what changes have been reflected. Okay, so I'm able to find. Okay, now I got it, what exactly these things are doing. So I guess this will increase our length of our window. This will be increasing our breadth of our window, and let's say for now we are just making it all square. And these are basically the positions, the location points where it is opening, right? So let's say for now I'm just making this all 0 0. So I guess that should open in the corner if I'm not wrong. Yes, it has just opened on this corner, and you can see that for now it is all in that squared size, right? So yes, that was pretty much it, guys, and thanks a lot for watching. if you liked what you saw, then please do share it with who might also like this one. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And if you also have some sort of ideas which you want me to try and figure out and explain you, then please do write in the comment section. And if I'll be free, I'll always be happy to help. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye. Okay, so due to all this pinned up screen, firstly I will have to just close it all and then just stop the video. Oh my god, it is 30 minutes long. Fine, so I guess the final video would be, I've just divided it in two parts, so I guess it would be, I guess, more than an hour or so. Let's see what happens. But like this sort of information was pretty uh, detailed, right? So it took time. That, but if you enjoyed it, then that time is worth it. Okay, guys, bye, and have a good day ahead. Bye.